Come on out. Come out. I've already given the instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Any questions? I touch belts. Come on, touch them.
In his brief tenure as a professional, De La Hoya has already been in this position, Jim and George, of taking a fight in anticipation of another fight. That's when he fought John Molina, waiting to fight Rafael Ruelas. So this is nothing new for him. But you still wonder how he's going to perform in these circumstances.
Sense that the crowd is waiting for the fight to bring some excitement. There's a palpable expectation here that this evening is about De La Hoya and Chavez and not their opponents. Let's see if Tyson can take advantage of that in any way. Tyson's fight plan, George Foreman, was to try to jab his way in and then get to De La Hoya's body. He believes that if he stays out away from Oscar at this range, he'll be in trouble because he won't be able to reach him and he'll get hit hard.
Yeah, those guys from the nation's capital, they do a lot of thinking. You've had some upsets from fighters from Washington, D.C. before come in and upset main event fighters. So Oscar has to be careful. What frightens me about Oscar, he's had so many knockouts lately. Sometimes you forget how to win boxing matches. You got to go out there and put some points on the table. We haven't seen that from Oscar lately. He gets knockouts.
De La Hoya with the first left hook of the fight. Tyson blocked it with his right glove, but every De La Hoya opponent must wait in some fear and trembling to feel what that first left hook is going to bring.
But generally, another fighter, when you're not sure of your power, you want to establish to the opponent that you have power. Oscar doesn't have to do that. He's got to do the opposite. Establish that, hey, if you want to take this fight into the 12th round, 10th round, 12th, I'm ahead of point. I'm ahead on points.
De La Hoya.
This is what Oscar has to do in these fights.
Oscar focusing his gaze on the middle of Tyson's ribcage, thinking body, and then he comes up from there. Tyson trying to establish the jab, hasn't yet managed to get inside and break De La Hoya's body as he claimed he would.
Now, Oscar probably is trying to establish to the crowd, hey, not only can I knock you out, but I'm a little patient here too. Been a little patient. We like to see him build up some points because there are some fighters you're not going to be able to knock out, and it's going to go to the judges.
Ringside microphones pick up the thudding of De La Hoya's body punches.
Sounds like heavyweights are hitting.
De La Hoya conceding to us yesterday in our discussion that he got a little impatient against Jesse James Leija. Crowd at Madison Square Garden got him excited, and he went into a bit of a frenzy trying to finish that one at the end of the second round. Didn't damage him, but he says, well, I don't want to do that again. I want to be more measured. When they speak Spanish in Oscar De La Hoya's corner, our interpreter will be Hector Garcia.
Relax. Breathe in. Es cuestión de tiempo. It's only a matter of time. Keep working the way you're doing right now. Don't throw that jab so loose. Tie him up a little bit. Tie him up. First, the jab first, and keep him on the outside. And then throw that right hand over the top.
That's the whole thing right there. Yeah. But if you get loose, get close to him. Now pull to him. Pull to him. Okay? You want to pull to him. Yeah, you only end up with punches. All right? How it feel?
Oh, he's just a little tight, but I'm on. Just looking at those numbers makes me wince. George, I have a cosmic question to ask you. Have you ever seen a prize fighter wear brown trunks before? I can't remember.
No.
He's breaking new ground sartorially. Brown is such a, it's an earthy tone, but it doesn't suggest anything to me. It doesn't suggest purity. It doesn't suggest anger, fear. It's just brown.
We're early, and we've verged pretty far afield already, Larry.
We have Bill Blast Brown.
Tyson now trying to fight at closer quarters.
In the first round, Tyson threw 22 punches. They were all jabs, and he landed only 3 of them. De La Hoya completely dominating the round.
Now, what Tyson has to be experiencing, like those guys in Desert Storm, they heard those bombs and they said they'll stop in a minute, they'll stop in a minute, and they never did. After you just can't take it anymore and you just say, I'm just going to sit on my stool or give up. You just can't close yourself up and just pound and listen to that pounding around your head.
Interestingly, when De La Hoya doubles and triples up to the body, as he frequently does, George, he's leaving himself open, but most opponents find it difficult to punch back.
Now we had the first right-hand lead. This guy from D.C., Tyson, is very sneaky. Oscar's got to stick to his plan. Don't pace yourself with him. Keep throwing those bombs.
Well, let's see if Tyson keeps going with the right-hand lead. The new strategy employed here in the second round. Tyson with a little counter right inside. De La Hoya lands 2 left hands in return. Oscar pounding to the body, and Tyson stands firm.
Oh, what a left hook to the body by Oscar De La Hoya.
Sensational.
I can't recall De La Hoya being so effective to the body before. This is something new.
Tyson hurt there by De La Hoya's left hook, and now De La Hoya bombs him into the ropes, and Darryl comes back. He's in good shape. He stays in shape all the time, but Oscar De La Hoya's punching power is another story for most of the men who face him. And now Tyson beginning to cringe as De La Hoya goes to the ribs.
And that was from the body blows.
4, 5, 6, 7.
What can't Oscar De La Hoya do?
A second round knockout forged with body blows, George.
Oscar, he leaves no questions unanswered for me. This guy's got the whole package. The golden touch. Now,
you know, if you went to school on him to prepare for him, if you're Tyson, that's not one of the things you were prepared for. I mean, he must have landed 20 or 25 good, hard body shots within 2 rounds.
Well, and George, you pointed out that left hook underneath the rib cage that he landed over here close to us about 30 seconds before the end. That was really the decisive blow, wasn't it?
No doubt about it. That left hook had done its business long before that other knockdown punch came about. De La Hoya is the golden boy.
He's got it all. So here's another second round knockout for De La Hoya to go with the second round knockout of Leija in New York, to go with the 6th round TKO of Genaro Hernandez last August, to go with the second round knockout of Rafael Ruelas in May. He is on a roll, and it's going to be Chavez next if Julio Cesar can win later this evening. And this will only build the expectation for that one, George.
Yeah, it was frightening because you never think a guy could punch so much, throw so many hard punches, and still have a rhythm as the fight go on like that. This guy he's unbelievable.
All right, now let's take a look from earlier in the round, and that was the left hook that damaged him so badly.
Yeah, because he hit him underneath with the left hook, the guy thought he would never come back into the head with that kind of power, but he got him with a double left hook.
And the right hand to the rib cage there.
And when you land, you're hurting the body. You keep thinking, I'm going to get up in a minute. I'm going to get up in a minute as soon as it stops hurting. But it never seems to stop hurting, and you can't get up.
So if the question was, does Oscar's 135-pound punching power go up to 140? The returns on that subject are pretty resounding.
This guy can put on any amount of poundage that he wants, and he can still punch.
Well, I think he's basically a 147-pounder, George. I have a sort of book on De La Hoya, which is that we may not know exactly how great a fighter this guy is till he goes to 147, which is where I think he will first experience fair fights from the standpoint of punching power. Right now, let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mitch Halpern reaches the count of 10. The bout ends at 2 minutes, 38 seconds of round number 2. The winner by knockout victory. His record now 21-0, 19 KOs. The pride of East LA, the undefeated 3-time world champion, the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya.
Stat numbers, which will demonstrate De La Hoya's overwhelming dominance of the 2 rounds. He threw exactly twice as many punches, landed more than half of them, and among those 57, probably 15 or 20 were brutal body shots, most with the left hook. And let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring.
All right, Oscar, congratulations once again. Was it planned for you to go to the body, or did that just materialize during the fight?
Actually, I saw that he was keeping his guard up very well. It was very difficult for myself to throw those right hands and left hooks. So my intentions were to focus more on the body, try to wear him down. I thought the fight would last maybe 6, 7, 8 more rounds. But I felt I hurt him to the body, and I caught him with a good, clean left hook.
Refresh my mind. I don't remember your going to the body that hard, that often, and certainly I don't remember you ending fights that way. Is that true or not?
You know, it never did happen, but something that I'm learning. I'm learning more about boxing. I'm studying more videotapes. I'm learning more about the past champions, how they were, and I'm trying to pick up little things so I can become a complete fighter.
All right, we want to roll that on tape, and we want to show you how you looked in taking him apart. We understand that Tyson has said he's never been hit so hard. He's a quality opponent. A lot of people thought you were crazy to take him for a tune-up. Describe what you see.
Well, here I feinted him with a left jab, and I was trying to go to the body. Before that left jab, I hit him with a good body shot, which he felt very much. But my intentions were to feint him a lot, to try to keep him off balance and then go to the body.
In any way, were you trying or thinking about sending a message to Julio Cesar Chavez, who is renowned as a body puncher?
No, not at all. I mean, Julio Cesar Chavez, great champion, great person. I was fighting my own fight. I was proving to Darryl Tyson, I was proving to the people that I was training for Darryl Tyson, staying focused for Darryl Tyson, and now that I won and beat Darryl Tyson, I can now focus on Chavez.
Is it conceivable that you and he are going to test each other down here before you test each other up there?
Well, you know, that Chavez fight, June 7th, if everything goes well for Chavez, we get it on June 7th, and it's going to be a very interesting fight because it's going to be a clash of 2 warriors going at it. You might see a quick knockout, who knows? That fight is like that, made for a knockout.
Are you saying that you feel you're going to have something to prove against Chavez and you're not going to use the boxing ability we've seen you use recently?
No, one thing about me is I can adjust to styles. And whatever Chavez tries to do, I'm going to try to adjust to that style. June 7th, I'll be very ready for that fight like no other fight, and hopefully everything will go well.
You list him as one of your idols. Has it hit you yet that you're really close to fighting him, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I knew it all along that maybe one day we can go at it, Julio Cesar Chavez and myself. I've always dreamt about that fight, and now my dream is going to become true, fighting the legend, fighting the great champion, fighting the people's idol, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, and so is everybody else.